Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Ladies and gentlemen, get your Thanksgiving stuff now. Get everything that you need now, ladies and gentlemen. I already have, because I knew that coming into this Thanksgiving we were going to have several shortages of things, and if they were not going to be in shortage, they're going to be a lot higher in price, which is really a shortage, because the less there is of something, the more that you are going to pay for it. So here it says that the U.S. is facing a butter shortage ahead of the holidays. I thought I heard something about this the other day, but I just happened to see it on my news feed today. And here they're saying that the U.S. is facing a butter shortage right before Thanksgiving. Imagine that, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine if you'd been stocking up butter like you should be, because if you don't have at least 50 pounds of butter in your freezer, you're not a prepper, okay? Just kidding. You don't have to have 50 pounds of butter. I just like butter. According to the data from the United States Department of Agriculture, the amount of butter sitting in the U.S. storage facility in August fell 10% month over month. However, it was down 22% compared to the same time last year. So between now and this same time last year, butter's down about 40%, if you want to think about it that way. For example, there was 282 million pounds of butter in warehouses last month, down from 362 million pounds in August of 2021. And this agricultural marketing service reports that supplies are tight all around the nation. Now, some of you may think, well, wait a minute, we still have 282 million pounds of butter. That's a lot of butter, and indeed it is. And then you may go as far as saying, well, there's 300 million people. Let's just say 300 to make it easy. So let's say there's roughly 1 pound of butter per person in the U.S. Not everyone is going to use a pound of butter, ladies and gentlemen, and that's just a fact. But what many people may not think about are restaurants. Have you seen how much butter restaurants go through? They go through an awful lot of butter. So if you use butter, it may behoove you to just go out there and get a couple extra pounds if you can. Put them in your freezer. They last in your freezer a long time. I'll give it to you from my experience. We just used some butter that was 2 years past its best buy date that was in our freezer. And we just rotate the butter. What I do is I keep the butter in the door of my freezer, and then I put the newest ones on top, and then I go ahead and take it out and rotate it. It takes a little bit of work when you have to bring them from shelf to shelf, right? But you just keep track of it however you want to keep track of it. Here's what you really need to be concerned about. What's it going to cost next year? And please spare me the I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. It's a holiday that desecrates this or desecrates that. I am an American, and I've had a Thanksgiving dinner every single year since I've lived in this country. It is part of our culture, and that's where I stand on that. The only time that I have not had a Thanksgiving dinner in my adult life, or ever since I came to this country at the age of 3, the only time were maybe 1 or 2 times that we were overseas, where we were actually conducting a mission during Thanksgiving, during that date. All right, so anyways, I digress. Go get your Thanksgiving dinner stuff now. It says here, cost for groceries in August rose 13.5%. However, butter prices rose 24.6%. Now, if you've seen a couple of the videos where I've gone to Costco, you will notice that if you compare my more recent videos to like videos from a year and a half ago, you will see that the price of butter at Costco, where about a year and a half ago, was great. You used to get 4 pounds for like $7.69, $7.99, and then it's been incrementally going up since then. Whereas of the last time that I was there, and I believe that I showed this not too long ago, probably within the last week or two, the 4-pound pack of butter at Costco is now almost $15. That is a 100% increase over its regular price about a year, I would say a year and a half ago. That's a big increase, ladies and gentlemen. But it's not only butter that's going to be in shortage, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm pretty sure you already know about this, and I have a story for you about the turkey shortage that we are having. We all know that we've had this avian bird flu thing, and a lot of turkeys and chickens have been called off, and there will be a turkey shortage, and I can pretty much say that here in Fairbanks, I think we're going to have somewhat of a shortage of turkeys as well, and also that the prices are going to be a lot higher. So you all know that every year around this time, late October, I do a big charity run to the food bank, and we try to feed as many people as we can a turkey dinner, or as many families. So I believe that the year before last we did 25 Thanksgiving families, which means that we got 25 turkeys along with enough sides to accompany each of those turkeys for a family. Last year, and then I remember talking to Miss Ann over at the food bank, and I said, man, wouldn't it be awesome if we can double it next year? Well, guess what? Last year we did 50. So we did 50 Thanksgiving dinners for 50 families in need. This year I was really hoping that we can do 100. However, there's really no turkeys out yet. I haven't seen any turkeys anywhere, and I'm thinking that there really won't be enough for me to go out there and buy 100. I really don't want to buy 100 turkeys and then have people within the community that can pay for those turkeys to go over there and there be no turkeys. That's not my goal. All right, ladies and gentlemen. But last year, I remember when I bought those 50 turkeys and I did the video showing it, which some of you enjoy those videos and some of you don't, but that's the way it is with every single video. When I did that, I remember people in the comments saying, you're hoarding those turkeys, and now people that want to buy a turkey aren't going to be able to buy it. Well, I returned to that Walmart, and I believe I showed it on a video, me returning to that Walmart after Thanksgiving, and there were still a whole bunch of turkeys left. But anyways, I want to make sure that there's enough turkey for people around here that work hard, that want to go buy a turkey. Not saying that people in need don't work hard, but I think you understand what I mean. And it falls in line with this. I have a contact that works at the commissary on base, and I gave her a call, and I was like, hey, is there any way that you can order me 100 turkeys through the commissary? I said, I'll pay for it in advance if I need to, but I need 100 turkeys. Obviously, hopefully before Thanksgiving, obviously, but hopefully before the end of this month, October. And she said, well, let me check. She went to her store manager, to the person that orders the stuff, and what she told me is that they were only going to have, I don't know, probably about 300 turkeys in that commissary for Thanksgiving. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not buying any turkeys there because 300 turkeys is really nothing. I want to make sure that the soldiers and their families that live on that base, that they have first dibs on those turkeys and that they can all have a turkey for Thanksgiving if they want them. So I told her, I said, never mind, I'm not going to get any turkeys from there. I said, I want to make sure that the soldiers have it first. Well, she made a phone call to the grocery manager over at the Air Force Base, which is probably about 30 miles away or so, 30, 40 miles from here, or maybe a little more. And she told me that they were ordering a lot more turkeys and that they were going to have a lot more turkeys than the Fort Wainwright commissary was. And I asked her, I was like, well, how much? She said, probably about 2 or 3 times as much. I was like, so they're going to have like 6, 7, 800 turkeys? I said, well, I don't mind buying 100 turkeys in that case. So she said, I'm going to get a hold of the grocery manager and I'm going to go ahead and see if they will sell you a bulk amount of turkeys. As long as you can come and pick them up and pay for them right away. And I was like, okay, let me know. In that instance, I'll be more than fine with doing it, but I still don't know. She still has to contact them and see if they'll even make a sale of that size, with it being so far away from Thanksgiving. Go get your turkeys. Moral of the story, go get your turkeys. I went and got my turkey. Actually, Billy Bob, one of our community members here, Little Alaska Home Place, that's his YouTube channel, he actually got me a turkey about a month, 2 months ago, because I knew we were going to have a turkey shortage. And he said, well, you know what? There's a couple of turkeys down here in North Pole where I live. He said, you want me to pick you up one? I said, absolutely. So we've had ours, but I'm really concerned about being able to get some for the food bank this year. But we'll see what happens. A potential cranberry shortage could mean one less Thanksgiving side. Come on now. You need your cranberry sauce. It's got to be the one in the can. The one that's got the little ribs when you push it out. That's the one that it's got to be, all right? So there's also going to be a cranberry shortage. So get your cranberries. We only go through about 2 cans a year for turkey dinner, for Thanksgiving dinner. So I still have plenty of those that I was sent a couple years ago, I do believe, from one of our community members. So get your stuff now, ladies and gentlemen. This just goes to show that it's not just for Thanksgiving that you should be preparing. In the United States of America, in my opinion, Thanksgiving is a big deal because it's about, for me, it's about 2 things, or really 3 things. First thing, it's about family, right? The second thing is about being thankful for everything that you were able to get that year, right? Being thankful for your harvest for that year, right? and it's also about culture. It's about being an American and one of the holidays that we enjoy here in these United States of America. I do have a news video for you that's coming up later on today, something that's pretty important that I really want to talk about and brief you all on. That way you know what's going on. But anyways, I thought I'd put this out to give you the news. That way on your way home from work today, you can stop by at the grocery store if you want and get yourself some of those sides that you really enjoy for Thanksgiving now to make sure that you have it. Having said that, have a great day. We'll see you later on today. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we're headed towards tough times, but it doesn't mean that you can't take time for the things that really matter in life. Right? Take time for the things that really matter in life. What are you preparing for? What are you preparing for? What, Michael? What's a Michael man? He likes it when I call him Michael man. Michael, you want to do your song? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Michael, Michael man. I want to be a Michael man. Michael, Michael man. I want to be a Michael. Yay! Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go through some tough times, but we're going to make it through those tough times, especially if you're prepared. So don't be part of the problem by thinking that someone else is going to take care of you. You know, be part of the solution first and foremost by doing what you need to do to take care of yourself. And also, if you can, by stocking up on stuff that you can use to take care of others, to help others. Michael, man, what are you doing? What are you doing? Come here. Come here. Yes. Look at this little guy. Look, say hello. Say 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Michael, Michael, man. Michael, man. What do you think about that, Michael? What do you think about that, Michael? What do you think about that?